Good afternoon and welcome to a new day after 8 action-packed races in presence of huge turnouts, many close finishes. We are at the home of snakeboat racing in the picturesque district of Alleppey. Will we have a new winner today? At the last race in Kainagari, it was the Tropical Titans who dominated. But today, on race day 9 of the Champions Boat League, coloured by Nerolac, co-sponsored by KSF Steel and HDFC Bank, ticketing partner Book My Show and radio partner Club FM, I'm Prasanna Sant, and along with me, Agrim Prakash.
A cat has 9 lives and we've raced 9 times. Springing into the action with cat-like reflexes are the 9 champion teams. As the action shifts to Pulinkunnu in Alappuzha, the visuals are breathtaking. It's a riot of colors, a carnival of colors, and it's a good day to race hard. Live from Pulinkunnu, Alappuzha, this is the Champions Boat League.
The Champions Boat League here in Pulinkunnu, and that's the church at the backdrop, and you can't have better settings than these. The 9 teams that will be taking part here in the Champions Boat League on your screens: the Tropical Titans, Raging Rovers, Mighty Oars, Coast Dominators, Pride Chasers, Backwater Knights, Backwater Warriors, Thunder Oars, and the Backwater Ninjas. And once again, this time we have the support of clean, clear weather. If you just look at the race winners, you'll see that the Tropical Titans have won out of the 8 races, 7 to them and 1 for the Coast Dominators.
Double T's all the way, that's what it has been with 7 out of 8 races. But let's not discount the competition here. The Coast Dominators, in fact, have given them a run for their money, and maybe today we'll have a new champion at a new venue.
Oh yes, will we have a new champion in the new venue here in the scenic backwaters of Pulinkunnu in the Alleppey district. If you were to just look at the league format, of course 9 teams across 12 race days, and in every team you have about 100 rowers per team.
Kerala is known as the God's own country the world over. We get 1.67 crore tourists every year. Given this scenario, we want to add a new tourism product, the God's own sport, the snakeboat racing. We wanted to integrate various local snakeboat races put in a form of a league, wherein the whole snakeboat racing is professionalized, commercialized and standardized. It is a big challenge in the sense that it's a local festival, it's a village festival. We are giving it a global character. A lot of learnings have to be infused in both in the snakeboat racers, rowers, the organizers, and everybody has come together. Third race onwards, everybody has understood the format of the league and how to follow a particular snakeboat team. Now even most of the boats have their own fan base. We have got almost 12 lakh viewers on ground and almost 20 to 30 times more viewers across more channels across India. This snakeboat races happen in a lean season of tourism. We want to break it into a dream season. And that's what is going to happen when the snake boats is going to go across for the next 5 years. We imagine that it will become a world tourism product, moreover attracting thousands of tourists to Kerala.
That was Kerala Tourism's vision for the Champions Boat League. But we heard from the Kerala Tourism, but let's listen into what the fans have to say about the Champions Boat League.
It's It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. It's really amazing.
I'm a big fan of the team, Mighty Oars.
We are supporting the team Tropical Titans.
I've come all the way from Bangalore to witness this wonderful sport.
Very well organized, definitely one of the best things that I've seen so far in many, many years.
Fans are sharing their excitement in God's own country about God's own sport. And if you look at the points table, it is gold for gold all the way through, with the Tropical Titans taking the lead by a far mile and a half. But following close behind are the Raging Rovers, followed by the Mighty Oars. Any of these teams could win here and upset the table and change things all the way around.
Oh, definitely we are looking for that upset, but these are how the points are divided. The first place gets 10 points, and from second to ninth in descending order, they get from 8 to 1 point. The team finishing with the fastest time of the day gets 5 points as the bonus points, and this is how the mass drill conducted a few moments back.
The mass drill, a signature moment of the Champions Boat League. Fans gather in droves to witness the discipline and excitement of the colourful teams from across Kerala.
Oh yes, definitely, but today in bright sunshine, these are how the course conditions are going to be on the greenest racetrack on earth. A depth of 20 feet, a distance of 1 kilometer that the teams have to cross, a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, wind today 10 kilometers per hour, but once again humidity will play a role, Agrim, with 81% today on this 1 kilometer track.
Will it be cloudy with a chance for rain or cloudy with a chance for excitement? That is what remains to be seen. But what needs to be known about Pulinkunnu as an area is it is in the Alappuzha district and it's way below the sea level.
It is, and this is how the draw of lanes for the heats, where we come to know how are the teams going to take part in the 3 heats that will give us the next teams to qualify for the finals. That's how the lanes were drawn, and the draw of lanes will give us the first heat, and this is what we've got. Heat 1, race day 9. In track 1, Backwater Ninjas. In track 2, Raging Rovers. And in track 3, the Thunder Rose, as we are all set for heat number 1 of the Champions Boat League, colored by Nerolac, co-sponsored by KSFE, still an HDFC Bank, ticketing partner Book My Show, radio partner Club FM.
Tearing the water open in this 1 kilometer long course at the Pampa River on lane 1. It is the pride of Eritrea, the Backwater Ninjas. On lane 2, the Lean Mean Fighting Machine, the Raging Rovers. And lane 3, Gods of Thunder, Thunder Rose.
The track 1 is the one closer to your screen. That's the Backwater Ninjas, the middle track Raging Rovers, and the Thunder Rose farther away from the screen. But here they are looking at covering a track of 1 kilometer. For all our viewers, you might think 1 kilometer by car, but imagine rowing it on a boat with about 100 rowers on your boat and to cross the greenest track on earth. But current leaders are the Raging Rowers from the Police Boat Club in Kerala.
The Police Boat Club showing the world that less is more. With just 85 members on their team, it was them that made it through with an amazing timing.
The Heat 1 Raging Rovers have clocked the fastest time. Welcome back to the Champions Boat League, colored by Nerolac, co-sponsored by KSFE, still an HDFC Bank, ticketing partner Book My Show, radio partner Club FM. The first heats that happened, it was the Raging Rovers of the Police Boat Club, the Karichal boat, who clocked the fastest time.
The daily routine starts in the 6 o'clock in the morning, half an hour exercises and stretching out. Then after exercise and everything, we will give them some lemon juice. After We'll go to the water training on the boat and we will start our practice section again. Each day the schedule would be different, and sometimes half an hour, 2 patches, or 10 minutes, 5 patches. Breakfast we have a couple of eggs, a couple of bananas, boiled potatoes. That's our morning breakfast menu. After lunch, 3:30, we will start our practice section again, and then a competition type of practice. Some of them don't have much experience. We will give them lessons how to make our game plan, what would be our strategy in the competition, how to overcome without experience, how to much confidence to face this event.
Discipline, camaraderie and strength. That is the maxim of the Raging Rovers, the policemen of Kerala. Remember, there are armed policemen and constables coming from across Kerala to participate in this particular race.
We are all set for Heat 2, Race Day 9. In Track 1, Tropical Titans. In Track 2, the Backwater Warriors. And in Track 3, the Backwater Knights. But keep your close eyes on track number 1, which is closer to the screen. The boys, the men in yellow, goal for goal. They are currently the table toppers, the Double T's Tropical Titans. And here they go once again, surging past their opponents with great rhythm and great synchrony, as always here in the Pulinkunnu backwaters.
Will it be the Golden Boys once again, the Tropical Titans? Will they be able to better the time posted by the Raging Rovers? Or will it be all the way from Kumarakam, the Backwater Warriors with a fighting chance against the Tropical Titans? Or will it be the Backwater Knights from the corner on lane 3 that will be taking the lead? But it clearly looks like by half a boat length and slowly towards an entire boat length, the leader is gold for gold, Double T Tropical Titans.
They are the real Titans. They are the real champions. The Tropical Titans, the moment they start, they gather that speed, they gather that pace in that rowing, and that is what in this picturesque locales of Pulinkunnu is once again making them the clear champions, the clear winners as far as Heat 2 is concerned. But what we need to look at, Agrim, is the time that they have clocked in winning this heat.
Varun Sharma, the leading oarsman, the helmsman of the Tropical Titan, looking on, exasperated but not challenged. And once again, the Tropical Titans have posted the fastest time so far with 3 minutes, 35 seconds and 67 microseconds. Well, that is the time to beat today, and they are the team to beat at the Champions Boat League, colored by Nerolac. Culture, color and enthusiasm from across Kerala is visual spectacles. That is what this entire race is all about.
Oh yes, it's a mix of culture, it's a mix of rituals, it's a mix of sports, and what a lovely blend this is in the midst of picturesque locales, nature, God's own country. This beautiful concept of the Champions Boat League in the presence of wonderful people. Now we're all set for Heat 3, Race Day 9. In Track 1, Mighty Oars. Track 2, Pride Chasers. And the Coast Dominators in Track 3. The track that is closest to your screens on the left-hand side, that's the Track 1, Mighty Oars in green. Let's see who gets the top timing as far as Race Heat number 3 is concerned.
This could be anyone's race. It could be might personified, the Mighty Oars in green who take the lead. Or will it be the Pride Chasers chasing the Pride at CBL's race course today? Or looking to dominate as they did at Ernakulam? Will it be the Coast Dominators? Will they be able to beat Tropical Titan? That is what remains to be seen.
Definitely, but the Mighty Oars are showing their might on the left of your screen in the green jerseys in lane 1. Mighty Oars have got the speed, they've got that rhythm, and they are surging past the other two opponents. And once you get that speed, then there's no looking back as they reach the finishing line. It's the Mighty Oars from the NCDC Kumarakam, the Devas, that's the boat. Well done as far as this heat is concerned.
Devas has something to do with Deva or God, and God, it seems, are in the side of the Mighty Oars, and it's disappointment for the Coast Dominators from the looks of it. Yes indeed, disappointment for the Coast Dominators as they have not made it into the Group A final.
The Mighty Oars, with that clocking of 3 minutes and 48.75 seconds, have emerged the winner as far as the heat number 3 is concerned. But wonderful response once again from everyone here in God's own country to watch the Champions Boat League. Welcome back to the Champions Boat League, coloured by Nerolac, co-sponsored by KSFE, still at HDFC Bank, ticketing partner Book My Show, radio partner Club FM, as we've commenced the Group C final. In track 1, the track closer to us on our screen, are the Backwater Warriors. In track 2, the Backwater Ninjas, and in track 3, the Thunder Rose are thundering towards the finals as far as the Group C is concerned, Agrim.
Almost discipline personified, those visuals on your screen. You can see the symmetry, you can see the synchronicity, you can see the speed. This is race day 9 and the teams are edging towards that final finishing point and looking to beat the top time of the day. 3 minutes 35 seconds and loose change. Will they be able to do that? From the looks of it, not likely. The deep undercurrents, 20 feet of water and 1,000 meters between them and the prize money.
Oh, definitely the winner in the Group C takes 3 points, but currently leading the track are the Backwater Warriors. The Town Boat Club from Kumarakam, the Payyapaddan, that's the boat name, but they are rowing with great momentum and also are encouraged by a good turnout here at the Pulinkunnu Backwaters.
Almost a lakh and then some. That's the number of people who have turned out despite flash flooding. And through the line, it is the Backwater Warriors. And it looks to be seen whether they have bettered the time that was posted by the Tropical Titans, but that looks unlikely at this point in time.
The Backwater Warriors here for winning the Group C final will take home 3 welcome points, and that will make them feel good, because the moment they started this Group C final, they had that momentum with them and they kept it till the end, which is so crucial not to lose that in the midst of a race. It's a 1 kilometer greenest track on earth, and they did that in grand style to finish winners as far as Group C final is concerned.
But there is no excitement on the faces of these rowers, considering the fact that it's just been 3 points that have been handed to them, and it's a long way to the top, as they say. This is excitement, this is energy, this is the Champions Boat League.
Oh yes, it's a long way up, because the Tropical Titans have just climbed so far ahead, and it's going to be an uphill task for the other teams to reach that spot, but everyone is trying their best to just unsettle the Tropical Titans. And here they were, the Backwater Warriors in dark blue, reaching that finishing line and taking home 3 points for winning this Group C final. And there was a sense of satisfaction on their faces for winning the Group C final. And yes, they'll feel happy, but not that happy, because they've got just 3 points after winning this race.
3 points, and those 3 points go to the Backwater Warriors. 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Disappointing time, but nevertheless 3 points in their kitty. Backwater Ninjas with 4 minutes and 5 seconds. And by just a second, losing out by a fraction of a second in fact, it's the Thunder Oars in third position with just 2 points.
But that was a good race, the Group C final. As we get ready for the Group B final, we talk about Kerala, we talk about God's own country, but here is where the nature is at its best. Let's have a quick look at the wildlife of Kerala. You talk of Kerala, the culture diaries, and here in Alappuzha, you can spend a day with the elephants, the elephant rides, and this is something at the backdrop of supreme greenery. You can enjoy tourism at its best.
This is the quintessential Southeast Asian tourism experience. You go anywhere and you see these magnificent beasts, massive in proportion, magnanimous in their strength, and just symbolifying the state of Kerala. In fact, the national emblem of the state of Kerala, has two of these mighty beasts on it. It's all about the poise, the grandeur, and the simplicity that this animal represents. I think it clearly represents the spirit of the state of Kerala, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely. Would you want a selfie there? Definitely will, with these friendly creatures of the nature that God has gifted us with, as we get ready for the Group B finale. The start list for the race day 9: Coast Dominators in track 1, Pride Chasers in track 2, and Backwater Knights in track 3. This is the Group B final that we are looking at. The Group C finale, it was the Backwater Warriors who were crowned champions, but now the Group B finale, the track that is closer to us, the left of your screen, the Coast Dominators in orange, the Pride Chasers in dark green, and the Backwater Knights at the far end on the right of your screen in sky blue. And look at this, and that's why we say God's own country. You can't have a better setting than this to have the Champions Boat League.
At the Pulinkunnu racecourse, the Coast Dominators are looking for redemption. Remember, if they post the fastest time of the day today, they earn 5 bonus points, and that could turn the points table around in a jiffy, as the race officials wait to signal off these 3 champion teams: the Coast Dominators in orange, the Pride Chasers in olive, and the Backwater Knights in sky blue. This is excitement, this is energy, this is the colourful Champions Boat League.
Oh, definitely colouring at its best in the presence of a huge turnout today at the Pulinkunnu backwaters. The fastest clock today has that been of the Tropical Titans of the Palaturthi Boat Club, Nadubagam, 3 minutes and 35.67 seconds as we kick off the Group B finale. Can the Coast Dominators win this particular race? Can they clock the fastest timing? They didn't have the best of timings as far as the previous race was concerned in Kainagari, where it was the hometown, the home turf for them. But today, as you said, Agrim, it's a chance for them to redeem themselves. They've got the start, but also facing tough competition is from Pride Chasers and the Backwater Knights. It's going to be a close finish is what I feel.
The Coast Dominators looking to dominate in lane 1. The Pride Chasers chasing their pride in lane 2, and the Backwater Knights looking to be the knight in shining armor for the people of Edathua for redemption on lane 3. Who will it be? Who will be crowned the champion? Will they be able to beat each other? Will they be able to beat the clock? That is what remains to be seen. Remember, as I say in every race, this is not just a race against each other, but also a race against time.
Oh, definitely, here we are in Pulinkunnu, a popular village for Malayalam film shoots, and a lot of film shoots that happen at the backdrop of the picturesque church that we've shown you, and also these backwaters, where if you see these 3 boats, there's very far and few between the 3 boats, but that's what matters. The moment you cross that finishing line, the front part of your boat, the team that crosses that first, emerges as the winner. But the current leader are the Backwater Knights at the far end, the 3rd team from your screen at the right in sky blue. The Backwater Knights are current leaders.
The Backwater Knights on their boat, the Gabrielle, named after the angel Gabrielle. It looks like this is going to be their race, but it is too soon to say. This probably, Prasanna, in my opinion, has to be the most idyllic and the most picturesque racecourse in the world. Like you said, the film industry has a close association with this particular area. In fact, the church that has been featured prominently in many of these races was a church used in the movie Vinay Tandi Veruvaya, a Tamil movie, and in Hindi I believe it was called Ek Hasina Thi or Ek Diwana Tha. And A.R. Rahman was so inspired that there have been songs being made about this beautiful and picturesque area.
Oh yes, absolutely. As we talk about movies, here it is Coast Dominators who are leading, but once again it's touch and go here, but the Coast Dominators in orange are surging past the Backwater Knights and the Pride Chasers. Here they've got a half boat margin lead that they've got, but they need to maintain this rhythm. They need to keep up with this pace, because what happens is it's a 1 kilometer long track with a depth of 20 feet. They are racing against the current of the backwaters, and that's where this depth and the current also has to be taken into consideration. But maintaining that lead are the Coast Dominators, doing it really well.
The Coast Dominators dominating this race, and you can see with each stroke there is power, with each stroke there is energy, with each stroke there is enthusiasm as they edge towards the finish line at nearly half a boat length ahead of their competition. And bringing in the rear, it's on the middle track, the Pride Chasers, and the Backwater Knights are looking to beat the Pride Chasers in a 2nd position.
Yes, with the course dominators from the United Boat Club category, the Chambakulam, that's the boat. They are doing it well. They are maintaining that lead right from the last 1 minute that we have been seeing. 3 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock. And now you can see with the music, with the rhythm, with the Wanchi part, you can see that there is an increase in speed, increase in space. As you say, at the last minute, you shift gears. Here there are no gears, but here you have the oars.
They say it's not about how you start a race, but how you finish in it. And the course dominators are finishing it in style. And through the line, it's Chambakulam once again. Chambakulam, the course dominators have dominated as they steer the boat to a standstill, thanking their lucky stars for those hard-earned points.
Yes, Agrim, I like the way you say Chambakulam with that typical Kerala flavor to that. And that's what they've done. The Chambakulam, the course dominators of the United Boat Club category, have done it as far as the Group B finals are concerned. They here look happy, but yes, they had the chance and they made the most of it by beating the Pride Chasers and the Backwater Knights. A good outing for them as far as the day is concerned today.
300 men in synchronicity. And that is just a testament of the teamwork that is involved in a sport like snake boat racing. Truly, we spoke of elephants earlier today. These are the real beasts. These are elephantine images of some of the most trying sports in the world, and through the line beautifully by just quarter of a boat length. It was the course dominators. It looks to be seen whether they have posted the fastest time of the day, but that looks unlikely in my opinion.
Oh yes, when you talk about automobiles, you talk about horsepower, but when you talk about the boats, you have to talk about the manpower, you have to talk about the oars power, you have to talk about the strokes per minute. And in this Group B final, it was the course dominators who had a lot of power, and that's how they emerged the winners. If you just have a quick look at the clock, the course dominators completed this racetrack of 1 kilometer in 3 minutes and 49.54 seconds, followed by the Backwater Knights and the Pride Chasers. So the Group C final, it was the Backwater Warriors. The Group B final is the course dominators who have emerged champions. But we still have the Group A final to go, and who's going to emerge a champion in that. But we'll have a quick look at how it looks as an oarsman to be in the boat and fight and clash for title in the Champions Boat League. How thrilling it is. Agrim, you're a rower. I want to be a part of your boat to row. But here, if you have a look at the average strokes per minute, you can see that the Tropical Titans have an average of 94 strokes per minute, which differentiates them from the other teams. That is just one factor to be considered why the Tropical Titans currently are leading the table.
You know, the strokes per minute that you see might not just be indicative of the number of strokes that they put, but the sheer strength of the team that was in play. And what needs to be noted is the fact that there's not just one style of rowing. Sometimes it's all about keeping as many strokes as possible. Sometimes it's about keeping the strokes long and hard. And you saw that visual, and it felt like we were in the thick of the action. And that's what it's all about. It's all about energy, it's all about vigor, it's all about power.
Yes, let's have a quick look once again to another aspect of the culture of God's own country. When we talk of Kerala, when we talk of God's own country, we talk about so many creative aspects of life. Here is another aspect of Kathakali. If you divide that word, Katha is story, Kali is skill. So with skill, with facial expressions, with beauty, with art, you express a beautiful story over a period of time, and that's how the Kathakali concept of India.
You know, Prasanna, in my opinion, I don't think any image in this world signifies the personification of the state of Kerala than the image of a Kathakali artist fully decked up in all his makeup or all her makeup in full glory. These visuals in front of you are reenactments of historical events that happened in Kerala and historical epics from across India, be it the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, or alternate retellings of all of those tales. This is the beautiful and harmonious Kathakali.
What colors, beautiful colors, nature at its best. And that's where we are at the Group A final. Tropical Titans in track 1, Raging Rose in track 2, and Mighty Oars on track 3. We come back after a quick break on the Group A final. Welcome back to the Champions Boat League, colored by Nerolac, co-sponsored by KSFE Still and HDFC Bank, ticketing partner Book My Show, radio partner Club FM. As we get set for the Group A final, the winner there takes 10 points, the runner-up 8, and the second runner-up 7 points. Which team is it going to be? But do follow us on social media as well with the hashtag Champions Boat League. Follow us on Facebook at championsboatleague.official and on Instagram at Champions Boat League, and also on Twitter at CBL_Kerala as we get set for the Group A final. Tropical Titans in gold in track 1, Raging Rovers in pink in track 2, and Mighty Oars in green in track 3. Agrim, my question to you, a difficult question. Who's winning the Group A finale?
In my opinion, everyone's a winner. Simply because of the fact that these teams have come with a lot of pedigree from across Kerala, and they are part of one of the most historic races, or probably one of the most historic events in the history of the state of Kerala. Look at the crowds, look at the number of people that have gathered here to welcome their favorite team and their favorite sport. This is not a sport here, this is an emotion. Snakeboat racing is an emotion, and that emotion is palpable on the faces of each of these rowers and each of these spectators. This is excitement, this is energy, this is the Champions Boat League, and they are off for a Group A final between the Tropical Titans, the Golden Boys of Kerala, the Raging Rovers, policemen from far and wide, and the Mighty Oars, might personified on lane 3. Who will be the champion? Who will go away with those 10 coveted points?
Champions Boat League definitely is an emotion, and when you look at sport, you always want the favorites to do well, but if the underdogs can upset the favorites, then that creates a lot of sporting glory. Can the men in pink, that is the Raging Rovers, can the men in green, Mighty Oars, upset the men in gold, Tropical Titans? It's going to be an uphill task, it's going to be a challenging task, because already the Tropical Titans have got the speed in their rows. The winner takes 10 points, first runner-up 8, and the second runner-up 7, and here they are, the Tropical Titans in the first track that is closer to our screen. They are currently on 78 points plus 35 bonus points, and if they win here they get 10 points, and they've already been the fastest today, so they once again are looking at 15 points in the kitty. Current leaders are the Tropical Titans.
Well, Prasanna, in my opinion, I believe Gartland Rice put it best when he said, "For when the great scorer comes, he looks not whether I won or lost, but how well I played the game." And each of these teams have been displaying magnificent performances, but none more so than the Tropical Titans. Giving a run for their money on lane 2 in pink, it is the Raging Rovers, and in lane 3, the Mighty Oars. This could still be anyone's race, and these oarsmen, you can see they are stroking the water in a particular way. They're really tearing the water apart, and that itself is a style, and each of these rowers and each of these teams have their own style of picking at the water.
Oh yes, definitely. And one thing that you see about the Tropical Titans, Agran, that we've been seeing all through the 9 races, is that the moment they cross that half-line mark, you see a shift. You see a shift in pattern, and that is what is a part of their strategy. That's a part of their plan. And no matter how much you plan, at the end of the day, you need to execute it in these backwaters. And once again, the current leaders maintaining it right from the start of the race are the Tropical Titans, increasing that pace, maintaining that momentum and surging past their opponents. The Raging Rovers and the Mighty Oars trying their best in lane 2 and lane 3 respectively, but the Tropical Titans once again have a strong lead in the Group A final.
Almost as if in Q when you said that they have changed their pace. It's like shifting a gear. The Tropical Titans shifted gear and they are edging past the competition, putting a considerable lead between them and the competition. And if you look at the style in which these teams are rowing, in my opinion there are two styles. I was talking to one of these rowers and they said one particular style of rowing is called the Kadal Kutta, which is a style of rowing that involves digging deep and long into the water as you would when you're rowing in the ocean. And another style of rowing is called the Enna Perukam, which involves basically tearing the water apart with quick strokes, faster and faster. And you see that highest stroke rate has always been with the Tropical Titans, and that is because of their signature move, the Enna Perukam, as if they are making oil out of crushing fruits.
Oh yes, absolutely. These techniques matter when the depth of the water is different. The last race that we had at Kainaguri, the depth of the backwaters was 40 feet. Here in Pulinkunnu, the depth of the water is 20 feet, and that is why these styles of rowing, the way you row the boat, the way you take your boat ahead matters, and that is why strategy and its implementation in the Champions Boat League matters. But here once again, executing their strategy to the T, the double T's, thanking the Almighty once again, the Group A champions of the Champions Boat League. Well done, Tropical Titans.
Gold for gold once again. Technique and technicality, that is what they have on their side. As Varun Sharma, the captain, looks on exasperated but breathing a sigh of relief as they take home 15 points at the Pulinkunnu Raceway. Applause from his teammates, applause from the stands, excitement and energy with the champions of the Champions Boat League.
Look at that passion, look at the dedication, look at the determination, look at the focus. They just know one thing: keep rowing till you reach the finishing point. The helmsman and the steersman will do their job. The rest, keep on rowing. Row your boat, not gently, but as speedily as possible. Not down the stream, but down the backwaters. And that is what the Tropical Titans have done with amazing consistency in this Champions Boat League.
You know, Prasanna, these images remind me of these synchronized swimmers in swimming pools, where each move is dictated by a leader and it has to be followed by the T, like you said, by every single member of the team, and that's what you can see. It's synchronous harmony. It's almost like watching poetry in motion.
Oh, definitely poetry in motion, poetry in super slow motion here at the backwaters of Pulinkunnu. Well done, Tropical Titans, and as always is their signature style. The moment they cross that finishing line, they thank the Almighty, and here at the backdrop of a picturesque church, this is the Champions Boat League at its best, and at their best are the Tropical Titans, showing supremacy as far as this format is concerned.
Smiles all across the boat as the champion team of the day. The Tropical Titans have posted a really good time, 3 minutes 37 seconds and loose change, nearly 6 seconds between them and their competition.
Let's have a listen to the maestro A.R. Rahman on the Champions Boat League. Can't get better than this.
Imagine India on a boat. The boat is only as strong as the people in it. The power to win is not in any one person. The power is when all of us come together as one effort, one goal. To move forward as a nation is to dream together, to aspire together, to build together. Let's find our thalam as a nation together.
Vanji, churuttu vanji. വഞ്ചി ചുണ്ടം വഞ്ചി ചുരുട്ടു വഞ്ചി അച്ചു വഞ്ചി നീറ്റു വഞ്ചി ചുണ്ടം വഞ്ചി ചുരുട്ടു വഞ്ചി അച്ചു വഞ്ചി നീറ്റു വഞ്ചി ചുണ്ടം വഞ്ചി ചുരുട്ടു വഞ്ചി ദിന്നം തന്തി നാനേ നാനി നാനേ നോ ദിന്നം തന്താനേ നാനോ അച്ചു വഞ്ചി നീറ്റു വഞ്ചി ചുണ്ടം വഞ്ചി ചുരുട്ടു വഞ്ചി വഞ്ചി നീറ്റു വഞ്ചി ചുണ്ടം വഞ്ചി ചുരുട്ടു വഞ്ചി ചന്തമുള്ള ചരുപ്പൻ വഞ്ചി എന്റെ വഞ്ചി എട്ട വഞ്ചി പച്ചില ചുണ്ടം പറ പറന്നടി അലയിളകി ചാരെ ആരോ പാടുന്നേരം എന്നെ മറക്കലക്കാന്റെ താളങ്ങൾ ഒഴുകുന്നു താഴെ ആരവമോടെ നാടും കൂടെ ഒഴുകുന്നു അറ്റുവഞ്ചി നിറ്റുവഞ്ചി ചുണ്ടം വഞ്ചി ചുരുട്ടു വഞ്ചി അറ്റുവഞ്ചി നിറ്റുവഞ്ചി ചുണ്ടം വഞ്ചി ചുരുട്ടു വഞ്ചി ചന്തമുള്ള ചരുപ്പൻ വഞ്ചി എന്റെ വഞ്ചി എട്ട വഞ്ചി പുഴക്കരികിൽ വിത്തെറിഞ്ഞ് കളവറച്ച് കളകളച്ച് കതിരുവന്ന് കനവുവന്ന് നിരന്ന് കതിരുവന്ന് പുലിയളന്ന് പറ നിരന്ന് പൊലിമ വന്ന് പുലരി വന്ന് പഞ്ചക്കണ്ടം പുലരിക്കണ്ടം ചന്തമുള്ള പരിപ്പങ്കണ്ടം
The voice of the Mozart of Madras himself, talking about one effort, one goal, and in the Pulinkunnu racecourse, it is one team, the Tropical Titans. We will be back after this short break to glorify the winners of the Champions Boat League.
Welcome back to the Champions Boat League, colored by Nerolac, co-sponsored by KSFE Still and HDFC Bank, ticketing partner Book My Show, radio partner Club FM. What an exciting day that we've had today, race day number 9.
Excitement indeed, especially for the Tropical Titans, who have not only boasted the fastest time of the day, but beat out their competition by a good 8 seconds. The Tropical Titans taking the lead, the pole position, the Sebastian Vettel, the Michael Schumachers of the Champions Boat League. The exciting and colourful cultural phenomenon that it is. And it is the Tropical Titans who have the maximum number of points as of now. Remember, there are 3 more races left, and the Raging Rovers or the Mighty Oars or even the Coast Dominators can turn things around in a jiffy if they win every single race from here on out.
Oh yes, definitely. They are still in contention for that number 2, 3 and 4th spot. And if we were just to have a look at the 9 races that we've had so far, race number 5, it was the Coast Dominators. But otherwise, it has been the Tropical Titans all the way. Even today in Pulinkunnu, it is the Tropical Titans who have emerged the winners with 3 more races to go in the Champions Boat League. Keep watching, keep following us on the Champions Boat League 2019 social media profiles as we are all set to go to the presentation ceremony of race day 9 of the Champions Boat League.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the presentation ceremony of race 6 of the Champions Boat League here in Pulinkunnu, Alapi. The energy in this quaint village has been eclectic. It's been amazing to see this beautiful, serene village come alive with the CBL races today. The teams finishing 1st, 2nd and 3rd will take home 5, 3 and 1 lakh respectively. On the dais this day, we have with us Mr. K. Suresh, Member of Parliament, Mr. Krishna Teja, IAS, Managing Director, KTDC, Mr. Parint Prabhu Desai, Managing Director, Still India, Mr. Sanjay Vashisht, Head Sales and Service, Still India, and Mr. Varghese Anthony from Kansai Nerolac. May I request Mr. Varghese to give away the Nerolac Excel Fastest Team of the Day 5-point award to Team Tropical Titans, who clocked the best timing at 3 minutes, 35 seconds and 67 milliseconds. And for the top 3 winners, may I request Mr. Krishna Teja to present the second runners-up check to Team Mighty Oars. May I request the team from Still India to give away the prize to the first runners-up, team for the day, Raging Roars. And for today's big winners, I request Mr. K. Suresh to present the check to the favorites of the day again, Team Tropical Titans. Thank you teams for your superb performances. Our sponsors, Nerolac, KSFE, Still, HDFC Bank, our radio partner Club FM, our very special guests on the presentation dais, our audiences from Kerala, tourists from across India and the world, and the several millions more watching us live from the comforts of their TV screens. Thank you for participating in today's races. We hope you enjoyed the show. See you at the next.
As this exciting and colorful cultural phenomenon that is the Champions Boat League draws to a close on its 9th race day, it has been the Tropical Titans who have put in a titanic effort once again, and the fans go wild, the crowds are cheering, it's pandemonium all around. Join us next week for a live race from the city of Kayangulam in Alappuzha on Star Sports 2, Asianet Plus, Star Sports 2 HD, or all across the world on Hotstar. This is the Champions Boat League, colored by Nerolac, co-sponsored by KSFE, Still and ACFC. Our ticketing partners are Book My Show, and our radio partners are Club FM. See you next week for the action.